All right, let's talk about our digital lives. We are absolutely swimming in information, right? Billions of data points are being created literally every single second. So the big question is, how on earth do you find what actually matters? Well, today, we're going to dive into the art of content curation. It's the key skill you need to find that signal in all the noise. Oh, you know the feeling, right? That sense of being totally swamped. You can't keep up with your social feeds, your inbox is a disaster, the news alerts just never stop. It's this universal experience. So if you're feeling it, trust me, it's not just you. It's one of the biggest challenges of living in the world today. Okay, so before we can talk about the solution, we have to get a really good handle on the problem itself. Let's take a closer look at what we're all up against. I'm talking about the digital information flood. And this isn't just a vague feeling of stress. There's actually a name for it: information overload. Think about it like this. It's the point where getting more information doesn't make you smarter or better informed. Nope, it actually does the opposite. It paralyzes you, making it almost impossible to make a clear decision. And this chaos we're feeling, it's not just about the sheer volume, though that's a huge part of it. It's the specific nature of the flood. You've got this insane amount of content coming at you at a relentless speed. News can go viral in seconds, long before anyone's had a chance to check if it's even true. It's coming from everywhere: professional media, influencers, your uncle on Facebook, and the quality is all over the map, from brilliant analysis to complete garbage. All of this is fighting for our attention, which is now split across a dozen different apps and screens at once. So you might be thinking, okay, it's annoying, but what's the big deal? Why does this constant flood actually matter? Well, the real danger is in the hidden impacts, the things happening just below the surface. And you know what's crazy? People saw this coming. Over 50 years ago, the futurist Alvin Toffler wrote a book called Future Shock, and he warned us that this exact thing, too much information, too much change, too fast, would become a massive problem for society. What was just a prediction back then is our daily reality right now. And these are the consequences he was talking about. We feel that information fatigue, that burnout from just trying to keep up. We end up making worse decisions because we can't figure out what's important and what's just noise. Misinformation and hoaxes spread like wildfire in this kind of environment. And on top of it all, algorithms create these filter bubbles that only show us things we already agree with. And our productivity, it tanks because we spend all our time sifting through junk instead of actually getting things done. But, and this is a big but, there is a way to fight back. There's a skill that can turn all of that chaos into clarity. And that, my friends, is the hero of our story today: the art of content curation. I absolutely love this analogy. Think of aggregation as being like a warehouse worker. Their job is just to gather everything and pile it up. It's all about quantity. But curation, well, curation is like being a museum curator. A museum curator doesn't hang up every painting ever made, right? Of course not. They carefully select the most important, the most beautiful pieces. They arrange them in a way that tells a story. And they add context so you understand why it matters. It is all about quality over quantity. Marketing expert Rohit Bhargava really hit the nail on the head with this one. Curation isn't just about sharing links. It's an active process. It's about intentionally finding, organizing, and then sharing only the absolute best and most relevant stuff on a topic. It's really an active service for your audience. So you might be thinking, okay, that sounds great, but how do I actually do it? How do I become a curator? Well, it might sound like a big deal, but you can actually break it down into 5 pretty clear, manageable steps. Here's how it works. First up is discovery. You're out there actively looking for the good stuff. Then comes what might be the most important step: filtering. This is where you say no to most things so you can say yes to only the absolute best. After that, you organize it all in a way that makes sense. Now, step 4, annotating, is where the magic happens. This is where you add your own voice, your own context, your analysis. And finally, you present it all in a way that's easy and engaging for people to consume. And here's the best part. This isn't just a useful thing to do for other people. It creates this amazing win-win situation. It benefits you, the curator, just as much as it benefits the audience you're serving. Let's break it down. For you, the curator, you're building your authority and credibility in your field. You become the go-to person. It's also way more efficient than having to create every single thing from scratch. And for your audience, man, it's a lifeline. A good curator helps them fight that information fatigue, lets them focus on what's truly important, helps them discover awesome things they would have missed, and gives them valuable context. It's a total game changer. So, when you really boil it all down, it comes to this one simple but really powerful idea. Curation transforms noise into meaning. In a world that is just drowning in noise, being a curator means you're a creator of meaning. You're the trusted guide who can lead people through the chaos to clarity. So I want to leave you with this question to think about. In this world of truly unlimited information, what valuable knowledge will you choose to present? We all have something we're passionate about, an area of expertise. By becoming a curator, even in a small way, you can make a huge difference. The real challenge isn't how to consume everything, it's deciding what's important enough to share. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.